Hey guys, it's Ryan here with HobbiesofaMan once again, and today we're doing our haul video for the month of February. And today, I have some prints and some book related things I wanted to show you. So, since these prints are kind of big, I had to show them to you in this angle because they don't fit over there. So, let's get started here real quick. I don't really have too much to say, so let's just show you all the stuff that I got this month. So, starting off with some of the convention stuff that I bought. So, I went to this small convention called DamnCon, or Destroy All Monsters Con, and they gave us these little posters. If you bought a poster when you signed up. It was actually supposed to be a big poster, but since they messed up and they gave my poster away to someone else, they gave me two little ones, and I gave one of them to my friend that I went with. So there you go, that's DamnCon number one. I also got it signed by the artist, which is pretty cool. I can't remember their name or their socials, but I'll leave a link to the website of the con so you guys can check it out if you're interested. Then this is not from a con. I got this from a movie trading company. The owner of that trading company doesn't sell comic books at it, or like he sells comic books and manga, but he doesn't sell single issues. And so whenever he has any single issues and stuff related to them, like posters and stuff, he gives them out for free. So this is one of the things that he had for free there. This is an ElfQuest poster. This is related to marketing for those new editions that are coming out of ElfQuest. Those like the original Quest hardcover deluxes that are coming out by Dark Horse. So that's what that was for, and that's how I got it. I was there for, what day was it? Is it President's Day? Maybe it's President's Day, I can't remember. But there was some sort of sale going on, and I decided to go look at it. And there was some stuff that I bought, but nothing too massive or special. But they had these posters, so I asked him, hey, can I look through them? And he said yes, and so I got them. And yeah, so otherwise I have some other prints here. So we have this Ghidorah print by Mickey. I'll leave a link to his Instagram down below. I am going to review a book of his at some point. He has a manga. I liked it. I thought it was cool. And I will review it at some point. Then, also from Mickey, I have this Delicious in Dungeon print that he drew. It's kind of hard to not get glare on it, but we'll see. There you go. I still haven't been able to find a good spot for this one, but man, it looks great. I really liked it. I think this cartoony style that Mickey has is really, really cool. So yeah, and then there was a artist who I can't remember the name of specifically, but he had these for us as well. So I bought these. This is a King of the Monsters print. This has Mothra and Godzilla and Rodan and Ghidorah. And then this one is from the Bumblebee movie. That's Charlie with Bumblebee and the two villains from that movie, and it's pretty great. I really like it. I don't really have too many Transformers or Godzilla things to display, so it was nice to get a bunch of them. So that's it for this start for the video. Let me transition over to the table and I'll show you guys all the other stuff that I got. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next section. Okay, so let's keep going with the miscellanea. I did have one small print that I had left over that I wanted to show, and it's this one. This is a Shin Kamen Rider print. This is a girl that gives them the scarf, and then these are the two versions of Kamen Rider that show up in the movie. And man, I love this print. I think it's great. I also got a little Snoopy print that I gave to my sister, so I don't have it with me anymore, but it was very nice, and I really enjoyed these. I got these for pretty cheap, actually. I think they were supposed to be $5 a piece, and I asked the guy, hey, can I buy 3 of them for the price of 2? And he said yes after some deliberation, so I got that. So I'm very happy about that print. I think it's cool. I need to put it on display somewhere. And from that same spot, I also ended up getting this little car because, so one of the big stands that got there, or that was there at the floor, was actually a toy stand, and they just had a bunch of different dumb, random things. And one of them was a table full of Hot Wheels, and my friend's a big car guy, and so we started talking to the seller. He told us a story about this car that he had rebuilt from scratch, kind of, that he traded some labor of his for, and he was telling us a story, and we were looking at the cars, and then at the end, when we were going to go to pay him, he said, you know what, you guys gave me some fist bumps, you guys talked to me, go ahead and keep them. And so we didn't have to pay for them, and it was great. It was very nice. I got this Ford Shelby GR1 concept. I don't know anything about cars, but it looks like Bumblebee, so I liked it. I thought it's cool. And let's see, otherwise there wasn't really much else there that I got. I think I got a pin here. This is a Ultra 7, I think. Yeah. And I think I had a Godzilla fridge magnet, but I don't remember where it is. I think I left it at my parents' house, or I put it away somewhere. I don't know, but I don't know where it is. So if I find it, I'll show it to you guys next time. So that's it for that con. Otherwise, there's some random stuff that I bought here and there that I want to showcase. So here's some stickers. These are little D&D stickers. So that's a little goblin carrier guy. Here's a little barbarian toad, and I got 2 of these because I love this one. There you go. And then there's this little rogue raccoon, which I think is adorable. A little bard frog, which is nice. And then I got this from a comic book that I bought. So I'll talk about that comic book in a bit. But this is from Tibby's Psychedelic Mushroom Time Traveling Adventure or something like that. I can't remember what it's called exactly. I also ended up getting this. A Transformers Blockies Galaxy version of, I think it was Hound, maybe? I don't remember. But let's see. Okay, a white piece. I think it's Wheeljack. There you go. And this is from the movie, but I got this because I had bought some, and I got a duplicate. And a friend of a friend also had bought some, and he had duplicates, so we just traded. And that's how I got my hands on this. So that's cool. I'm going to build it in a bit. I think it's pretty fun. And that's it for that. Then a figure we have here. This is a Cube Posket. This was $5 from $30, so it was an awesome steal. And it's a Shaman King thing, and I really like Shaman King. I've read a bit of it, and I really enjoy it. The $5 was great. It was very worth it. I'll show you a picture of what it looks like on my shelf now. And finally, stuff that's miscellaneous, that's kind of relevant. We have Smallville Season 1. I got this for $7.99 over a sale because Movie Trading Company had the sale going on for President's Day, I think. Yeah, I think it was President's Day. And, well, I got it. I think it's used, but it was resealed for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Or maybe it was sealed when they got it, and it's basically brand new. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't really make too much of a difference to me, honestly. I just, I'm happy that I have some of Smallville on my own. It makes it easier because I don't have to watch it on Hulu where there's a bunch of ads, right? So, yeah, that's it for the miscellanea here. Let me move this out of the way, and then we'll start with the comic books, starting with the individual issues, right? So let's start with the biggest one, which I think is Savage Sword of Conan #7. This was an awesome book. If you guys want to see my review for it, it's over on my Sword and Sorcery book club channel. I'll leave a link to it down below. And great stuff, to be honest. It's awesome. So that's #1. And Vampirus Carmilla, I bought this. I think I might have mentioned it previously, but I bought this because I think it's really cool. I like the style of this painting. This is a San Julian painting. But I don't think I'll continue to buy this. I might buy it every once in a while if I go to the bookstore and they have it, because it's not necessarily like the best stuff ever. It's kind of mildly enjoyable, but only because of the styling of the storytelling and the styling of the product, more so than the actual product itself, if that makes sense. Like, I don't necessarily think the stories are that great, but the way that the stories are presented is awesome to me, right? So I don't know if that makes too much sense, but that's kind of what I'm thinking about that. So yeah, then let's talk about some stuff that I didn't pick up, or that I picked up that isn't from this month. So we have Laura Kinney Wolverine #2. This one's random. I got it for free. To be honest with you, Marvel sometimes just doesn't work for me. Like, the art styles of the modern Marvel comics are just not that enjoyable. You have that comic book that I mentioned earlier, Tibby and Her Time-Traveling Psychedelic Mushrooms. This is awesome. I will do a review for it early in March. I was supposed to do it in February because I wanted it to coincide with the launch of the Kickstarter for issue 2, but I didn't get my I didn't get the time to do it, so we're gonna talk about it later. But here you go. This is Tibby and Her Time-Traveling Psychedelic Mushrooms. It's pretty fun. I do enjoy it. If you guys have a chance to buy the Kickstarter, I recommend you do. We have Image issue 2. This is the anthology series, and it's pretty cool. I think there's certain elements here that are really great, and some stuff that I just don't really care about. So that's just kind of how it goes with anthologies. But this story back here, and of course the Shift one, which I technically already have the collected volume for, are really great stuff. So yeah, and also just the styling of this is really interesting. But there you go. That's issue 2. I'm going to buy issues 3 to 5 soon, and here's issue 1. I really love this cover. I think it's awesome. But again, you know, some of the stuff doesn't really work for me, but most of it does. And it's just a matter of, you know, getting through it, right? Then we have Deep Beyond by Mirka and Dolfo. Not much to say about this one. I just picked it up because it was like 50 cents or something. Here I have Night Star, the Kingdom. I got this because the cover is cool. I don't know anything about this or who Night Star is, but it looks pretty interesting. I guess she's some sort of Tamaranian character. Not really sure. Damn, that's so many ads. What the fuck? But yeah, there you go. So that's Night Star. And then we have Beauty and the Beast. Or I picked it up because Wendy Pini is the creator here. So I love Wendy Pini. I think her work on ElfQuest is really cool. Then this is super unexpected. I got this for $1, which is crazy because that's the price there. And it's awesome. Red Sonja, issue number 3. Picked it up randomly. But it's cool. It does have some damage. It's not perfect. It's in pretty mild condition, a pretty bad condition, to be honest with you. But it's interesting to own something like this, something that I would have not really had otherwise, right? This was kind of a very unprecedented, very unexpected find, and I just couldn't pass it up, so there you go. And then we have this To Be Quested, Team Seeley and Freddie Williams III. Very good artwork there. I really enjoy it. I don't really know what this is about, but it seems cool, so I grabbed it because it was part of this buy 10 comics for $1 thing. And that's it for the stuff that I bought that isn't from this month. Here's the stuff that is from this month, or stuff that I picked up this month that I had ordered from my comic book store. Here we have Thundercats number 10. That's actually from like November. Chitara number 5. This is also from like December. Apex number 1. This is also from December, but I picked it up this month because that's how it came to me, because of the diamond distribution issues that we've been having. Thundercats 11 also picked up this month, although that was from December, I think, or January maybe. Red Sonja 18, I think this is definitely from this year. Silverhawks number 1, pretty cool cover design. The artwork inside is not my favorite. I did not enjoy it, and that means that I'm not picking this up anymore. We have Thundercats 12. This is definitely from this year, I'm pretty sure. And Absolute Superman number 4. This was awesome. I really love Absolute Superman. I think that it's doing the most with the concept. Well, actually, maybe Wonder Woman is, but the Wonder Woman story is basically just Wonder Woman, but what if she comes from a dark background instead of a light background, if that makes sense? Batman is just like, let's make him poor. Superman is like, let's take the same idea and twist it enough that it comes off new and interesting. And I like that approach much more than the approaches that they use for the other two. And I'm not going to pick up any of the other Absolute stuff, but I'm definitely going to keep picking up Absolute Superman as long as I can. So, yeah. Sorry. Continuing on, we have Savage Tales 2025 edition. This is just a small anthology of Dynamite's pulpy characters. Pretty fun. Not amazing, but enjoyable. The cover is the best part. We have Aquaman The Dark Tide. This is issue 2 of the new Aquaman series, and it's pretty awesome. I'm still waiting for those kaiju, but they will eventually come. But this was pretty cool. I liked it. There's a very Arthurian legend kind of vibe to this, which is pretty cool. We get introduced to the blue, which I think existed before, but I'm not aware of that. I just know the green, right? So that's pretty cool. We have Bug Warrior number 1. This is basically Ant Game of Thrones, and it's pretty awesome. I really, really enjoyed it. I think that the human aspect of this story is pretty good because it's meaningful to understand where our character comes from. But ultimately, it's not amazing in the sense that some of it doesn't matter to me. I don't give a shit. I just want to get to the bug people, right? And we did get to the bug people at the end, so very exciting. I'm very much looking forward to that. We have The Moon is Following Us number 6. This was awesome. We get introduced to the dark side of the little girl's mind, and all of these characters, which are villains technically, end up being the heroes of the issue, and I love that. I think it's cool. This character is awesome. I love him. We have Transformers 17. Jesus Christ, this is awesome. I would have liked to see the character that was introduced in this issue be the cover, because that was awesome. I love Shredhead. It's very, very cool, very interesting design. I think Daniel Warren Johnson took an opportunity and couldn't help himself, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna make my own Transformers character. That's gonna be awesome. And it was. It's really cool. So yeah. Witchblade number 8, continuing on with the story. It's very, very nice. There is 2 sets of double page spreads here that are amazing. One is basically Sarah and Ian, having sex, and the other one is Sarah versus Jackie here, the darkness versus the Witchblade, and it looks amazing. It's very like nature versus death, and it's very cool. We have Flash Gordon number 6. This story continues to be enjoyable, very Star Wars-esque, and I am liking a lot of it, but I am getting to the point where maybe, it's not worth $5 every month. So we'll have to see. I'm getting to the point where maybe I don't necessarily want to keep collecting it, but I do enjoy it. So I don't know how to feel about it. Then we have Wonder Woman 18. I've seen a lot of people argue about how Wonder Woman's crazy because she's, talking about the great American symbolism. And I think that that's just because people have no reading comprehension, because she's not saying that the US is great, right? Throughout this whole issue, she's saying that the symbols and the stories and the concept of the US is great, which is true. Freedom, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, all of these things are amazing and thoughtful, and all of the symbols that are associated with that, the symbols of America, are great. It's just that currently America is experiencing a lot of turmoil and a lot of issues that have been coming up because since its inception, there's been hypocrisy and difficulty with the reality of America, right? And Tom King is actually talking about the fact that the US is going through struggles through these characters. And people that are reading this, that are Wonder Woman fans, that are, mad at Tom King, are not understanding that. I just think that it really makes no sense. I think that most people that complain about Tom King's run on Wonder Woman have some complaints that are true and honest and understandable, but the vast majority of them boil down to them not understanding what Tom King is trying to say, right? And I think that that's just on them. That's not really Tom King's fault. So we'll see, but I really enjoy these issues. I think they're fun. There's this really beautiful moment in it that I quite like. So yeah, then we have Satana. Nothing crazy in this one. The artwork here is phenomenal. Jamal Campbell really knocked it out of the park. And I'm loving the style of this story. It's very, very fun. It's very enjoyable. It's very whimsical. And it has a lot of that like Alice in Wonderland kind of vibe that I'm really enjoying. So yeah. And then finally finishing up here with Ultimate Spider-Man number 14. And Jesus Christ, this was awesome. So cool. And very unexpected. And I just love this story. I think it's doing amazing work. So yeah, there you go. Those are the books that I got for this month in terms of singles. Let's move these out of the way so I can talk about the collected editions that I got. Let's see, hopefully without bumping into anything. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so in terms of collected editions, let's start with the biggest one here. We have Adventure Man number 2. This was half price or less than half price, and I just couldn't pass it up. This is Adventure Man number 2, The Fairy Tale of New York. This is by Matt Fraction as the writer, with the Dodsons in art and Cowles as the letterer here. And man, this stuff is phenomenal, dude. Look at it. Look at this, dude. Like the pulpiness, the kind of ridiculous old school kind of like Tom Strong slash what's it called? The Man of Bronze, what's his name? Doc Savage kind of characters. It's just so fun. The artwork here, the coloring, all of it is just so beautiful looking. And I love it. I think it's very cool. So yeah, there you go. That's Adventure Man number 2. This is a massive book too, which I think is awesome. I really love that aspect of it. Then we have this, which I literally bought earlier today. This is Batman Marini, the Dark Prince Charming. So this is Marini's work. Enrico Marini is an awesome artist from Italy or Belgium. I think I can't remember where he's from, but he did this interesting take on Batman and the Joker. And I've been wanting to get my hands on it for a long time. I was at Half Price Books today, and I saw it, and I couldn't help myself. I had to pick it up, and this is a massive, massive book. It's very rectangular, so I think it is just like a comic book issue that's blown up to massive proportions, which is a bit different from this version, which is more of a album style, which is pretty cool. It's kind of unexpected because you would expect that, European guy to do the album stuff and the Americans to do the comic book version, but it just doesn't work that way for whatever reason this time. And either way, it's pretty cool. So yeah, then we have Invincible number 8. I got this because I had a coupon. I think it was a $10 coupon, and it was at like $20, $22 or something on Walmart.com. And so I had the coupon. I had a good price for it, and I couldn't help myself. So I grabbed it, I picked it up, and man, happy I did. I'm definitely going to start reading Invincible again now that the hype for season 3 is back. And not much to say, honestly. I'm just looking forward to continuing to read through Invincible. So yeah, then moving on to some Marvel things. Here we have Marvel's The Mighty Avengers Book 2. This is the Bendis run, although this is by Bagley now. It used to be Frank Cho, but Bagley ended up taking over. And well, I'm happy he did, because look at that. Lots of awesome curves, let's say, yeah. And I should have not bought this, but I couldn't help myself. This is Trouble by Mark Miller, illustrated by Terry Dodson. This is probably Terry Dodson's earliest work in comics. And this is very cheap, first of all. And secondly, it's basically Euphoria, or like what High School Musical 2 would have really been like if, you know, the movie wasn't made for Disney Channel. It's about these young people who go to a like resort or something, or they end up working at a resort or a like a country club. And when they're there, they meet these female characters, or the male characters meet the female characters, and then they start doing all sorts of crazy, you know, stuff all over the place. And so it ends up being this kind of like soap opera thing. And at the end, you realize that these characters are Peter's parents and his family members, right? His dad, his mom, his aunt, and his uncle. And it's ridiculous. I watched the comic pop video on it, and when I saw that this was available for purchase, I couldn't help myself. I wanted to read it for February, kind of make it like a trashy romance book, but I couldn't help myself to, I couldn't bring myself to open this and rip the plastic off of it before I showed you guys how cheap I got it for, which is ridiculous. This is a $6 book. This is basically the cost of a single issue of comics now, and it's a full hardcover with everything in it, and that's pretty funny. I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous that, first of all, that this managed to stay in perfect condition for so long, and secondly, that it was so cheap. So there we go. That's Marvel's Trouble by Mark Miller. And then finally, to round this out, I have some Bone. We have Bone out of Boneville, and we have Bone: The Great Cow Race. This is the first 2 books in the Bone series, and it's a little bit of damage here to this book, but it's not a big deal. I'll put some tape on it at some point later. I got these brand new from Target, and Target was having a buy one, get one half off sale, and that means that I got these books for about $6 a piece, which is pretty great. I did go to Half Price Books today and did see more of them, but they seem to be in older printing, and so I didn't feel like getting it because I was concerned that I was going to end up with the incorrect spine alignment there. So I'm going to wait till another sale of those and get more of them, because I've been wanting to read Bone forever, and I think that it's a very meaningful, great story to keep and to own. And I just decided that now was the time to collect it. I was going to collect it in the big, massive, you know, single brick, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought that the economic value of owning that version instead of the individuals or the individual graphic novels was outweighed by the fact that it was going to be harder to read, just because I don't really love omnibuses like that. So I decided to get this, especially because I'm basically going to be able to buy all of these for about $5 or $6 a piece. So it's a pretty good investment. So yeah, those are all of the collected comics that I have for today. There is one last section here, which is the manga, because I don't have any books anymore. I'm not buying any digital ebooks anymore because of Kindle. The fact that they have removed your ability to own your books by downloading them as files means that I'm boycotting them until I can't help myself anymore and have to go back to buying from them. But for now, I'm not going to, and I didn't buy any novels this month, so there's nothing left except for the manga. So let's just get to that in just a second. Okay, let's finish this off. We have Otaku USA. This is the Spring 2025 edition. There's not much going on here that's all that special, but they did have an interesting look at Isaac. There you go. And they did have a Gundam poster, which made this book real thick. This poster is not really my favorite. I think. Well, first of all, it's too flimsy. But secondly, I don't know what this character or this thing is, so it's not really all that important to me, but it was pretty cool that they added it in. So there you go. But Otaku USA is a pretty fun magazine. They have cool stuff. You can just read their website instead if you don't want to collect the physical, but I do like physical stuff, so I preferred buying it this way, right? Then we have Fire Force Omnibus number 11. This is the last, or the second to last book, because there is one more, and that is Fire Force number 12. So I've collected the whole series. I think this is one of the first series that I've collected completely before I read it. And, well, to be honest with you, I don't like that. I should have been reading this throughout the whole thing. I know I'm going to like it, so that's why I didn't really mind too much, but I really should try to be better about that stuff, because it's actually not great to be buying stuff that I'm not reading, right? So hopefully I'll change my mind and do different things going forward, right? But we'll see. We have Witch Hat Atelier number 4. This is great. I really love this story. I think I've read the first 2 only, but the Witch Hat Atelier Kitchen series is basically just a slice of life version of Witch Hat Atelier, where they focus mostly on eating and cooking, but it does have stuff that isn't related to that sometimes. So yeah. Then we have Kaiju number 8. This is the light novel edition. And it's just a bunch of short stories that go along with the series so that you can get more kind of story out of it. So yeah, very cool. I like this little one because it's almost like a little poster, and I think it's nice. And it's the same image that we get here. This is written by Neiji Ando, or Keiji Ando. I don't know if they've done any work before, but let's see, does this have illustrations in it? Yes, it does. And I guess they are by our, actual creator, which is really nice because I think I've seen some before that weren't by the creator. I think mostly the One Piece ones. And although that's cool for the people that work on them, that's not really the best for the fans because we don't get the creator that we want, right? But it is what it is. I think that they did a good job with this. Then we have Spy Family number 13. I'm kind of behind on this quite a lot, actually. And I still don't get why they don't have color pages on this series. I feel like this is a no-brainer in terms of popularity. Obviously, you want color pages on this because everyone's going to buy them and everyone's going to love it. And they're all going to think that all of the books have color pages and then be severely disappointed when they don't. We have Chain Soldier number 10. I think I'm behind, or maybe I'm just exactly caught up, and that's cool. I love this cover so much. I think it's awesome. There's no color pages in this one, which kind of sucks, but sometimes that's just how it goes. They do try to put as many color pages in this book as possible whenever there are some to put in, right? So I like that about the Yen Press in this case. We have Tengen Hero Wars number 2. I bought this, and then I got in contact with Titan Comics, and I asked them, hey, are you guys going to print more of this? I don't see book 3 solicited anywhere. And they told me that no, they're not going to, which is insane. I don't understand the point of this. Why would you license something that you're not going to finish? And why would you take it off the market and then not tell anyone that you're not going to finish it? I mean, they told me because I asked, right? But they didn't make an announcement or anything. And so this series, which I mean, to be fair, this is like B tier or C tier version of Record of Ragnarok. So I understand why it's not really that popular, but it could have been popular. You would never know because we're not going to get more of these books in English, right? So that's pretty disappointing, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I'm pretty upset with Titan Manga about this, and they just licensed a bunch of other titles, and I'm pretty sure those are all going to get axed beforehand, so we'll see how it goes. Then we have World's End Harem Fantasia by Link with art by Savan, and this is just a fantasy version of World's End Harem, and I bought this because they were $3 a piece. I got the first one. I got the second one. There you go. And I got the third one. And they were all $3 a piece at Movie Trading Company, and I actually got them for $6 total because they had a sale. If you buy 2 manga, you get the third one free, and these were the cheapest ones there, so that's what I got, and I'm pretty happy about that. I think that the purchasing of this month was phenomenal. There was some amazing stuff that I got this month, and I'm very happy about that. So yeah, those are all of the things that I bought this month. What did you buy this month? Let me know down below. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I can't wait to hear from you guys. So thank you guys once again, and see you guys in the next video.